Today we're going to partition rectangles up and find the area using the distributive property. So I've got a rectangle here that's width is 3 and its length is 5. And I'm going to use the same rectangle right over there. To find the area, first we have to figure out, well, is area the distance around a shape? 3 plus 5 plus 3 plus 5? Or is it the space on the inside? Yes, we know area is the space on the inside. So I'm going to break this up. This is 3 rows. 1, 2, 3. And now I need to make 5 columns. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, when you count the length of something, you don't count the dots or the vertices, you count the lengths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as you can see, the area of this rectangle is 5 square units plus 5 square units plus 5 square units, or 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. Or a multiplication problem would be 3 times 5. 3 groups of 5 equals 15 square units. So what happens if we split up this rectangle into 2 separate rectangles? And let's just say for a second that instead of a 3 by 5 rectangle, we turn it into 2 rectangles. One of them being a 3 by 2 in blue, and the other one being a 3 by 3 in red. Is it the same rectangle as before? Does it have the same area? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes, it still has an area of 15 square units. But the difference is, now we're going to split it up into 2 rectangles, a red one and a blue one. Suddenly my equation's going to change. Instead of the equation saying 3 times 5 equals 15, I'm going to have 2 equations now. Or excuse me, I'm going to have 2 parts to the equation. I'm going to have one part plus another part. So let's do the blue part first, the blue rectangle first. What are the dimensions? Well, now the length is 3 and the width is 2. And what's 3 times 2? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's try the red one. The length is still 3. 1, 2, 3. And the width is 3. 1, 2, 3. And 3 times 3. Well, I better make that bigger. 3 times 3 equals 9. Sure enough, if you add up your red squares and you add up your blue square units, you're going to come up with an answer of 15 square units. That's called the distributive property. We're splitting up a rectangle into 2 separate ones, and we're adding the 2 areas together. Okay, now here's a quick way of doing it. Here's my red rectangle. Here's my blue rectangle. If you have trouble drawing squares like I did, because I know sometimes it's tricky to draw the squares on the inside, here's a quick way of doing it. Instead of 5 now, I know this is 2 plus 3. So now all I have to do is just write my equations. 3 times 2 is 6, and 3 times 3 is 9. And we still come up with the same answer. So you can write your equation right inside there. And you'll come up with the same answer. So I hope that helps you figure out the area of partitioned rectangles.